I've been competing professionally for 5 years, and I think that a big part of the reason why I am where I am is because of John's coaching.
Yeah, and we're talking about John Danaher, for people who don't know, who is a literal genius and a mastermind in jiu-jitsu and a true mad scientist. And watching him coach you guys is very fascinating because he's so serious and stoic. And Gordon Ryan, pass over the left leg, Gordon Ryan, post, the way he talks. It's really interesting. He says your full name too. It's very interesting.
Gordon Ryan, Gary Tonin, Craig Jones. Yeah. It's always the full name.
Yeah. Why? He's such an odd duck.
He does it to address us because a lot of times, if you got like Nicky, for example, there's a lot of guys named Nicky, so he makes sure that he's talking to you when he says Nicky Ryan, Nicky Rod, Craig Jones, Gordon Ryan. So you know that when you hear your name being called, your first and last name, you know that okay, this person is addressing you in a room of 5,000-10,000 people.
He's such an unusual human being. There is not a single person on the planet Earth like John Danaher. One of the most brilliant guys I've ever met, obsessed with jiu-jitsu mostly. That's if you got a pie chart of his brain, it would be he's 20% room for other shit. 80% of his brain is jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I mean it's not even just jiu-jitsu. It's just martial arts in general. People who know John on a personal level and have trained with John know that John knows just as much about MMA as he does, or even more about MMA than he does about jiu-jitsu. He's been coaching MMA with George and with Chris Weidman for longer than he's been coaching jiu-jitsu. I mean, he's only been coaching professional jiu-jitsu athletes for 5 years. And I've watched him personally teach judo privates to judo Olympians, I watched him teach wrestling privates to wrestling world team members, wrestling Olympians. He knows just as much about the other martial arts as he does about jiu-jitsu. It's crazy.
Yeah, and never walks around without a rash guard on.
That's
which is
also correct.
Which is the oddest thing ever.
I've seen him one time ever with a t-shirt on because we went to Long Island to train with Chris Weidman one time, and he forgot his change of rash guards. So he had his street rash guard on, and he didn't have a second rash guard to change into, and Chris didn't have a rash guard for him, so they gave him this pink flamingo t-shirt that he ended up. We did a whole session with Chris Weidman. It was right before he was going to fight Luke Rockhold the second time, which ended up never happening. But we did this whole session with John with this pink tropical t-shirt on, and then he changed out of the t-shirt to get back into his street rash guard and leave to go home. It was just I'm just okay, this is happening. I posted it, everyone was freaking out about it.
Just how crazy is it that he has a street rash guard?
Yeah, he's got street rash guards, he's got training rash guards, and he's got his nighttime dinner date rash guards. He's got a date rash guard, he's got a dinner rash guard. He's got it all sorted out.
So if he goes out on a date with a woman, he wears a rash guard?
Oh yeah, he's got this really nice underarm, this gray Under Armour sweatshirt rash guard that he puts on. And when John comes out in one of his fancy rash guards, you're okay, he's not fucking around now. You're this guy is you go out to dinner, you're all right, this guy means business tonight.
But has anybody ever asked him what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I mean, so he just likes to wear rash guards because of the fact that they dry fast, the fact that they're cool, they keep you warm. If they get wet, they dry fast, and they're just tight fitting. He likes tight fitting clothes. So he just prefers to wear them. He thinks they're more efficient than t-shirts are.
It's just so odd. But that's part of John Danaher. Always has a fanny pack. I respect the fanny pack.
Yeah. I mean, one of the great mysteries of the world is what he has inside that fanny pack.
It's kind of thick.
It is.
It's a large fanny pack.
He's got a lot of stuff inside there.
It's so fascinating to watch what he's done in coaching this Danaher Death Squad and create, he's unquestionably the greatest jiu-jitsu coach on earth. Yeah. And this is also widely regarded. The way you're widely regarded as the best pound-for-pound grappler, he's widely regarded as the best jiu-jitsu coach. And it's really interesting to see that you guys just have been dominating the grappling scene, and to watch all this play out and to see people study you guys but still not be able to catch up.